Welcome to the Unapologetic Man Podcast, the only podcast that's all about self-improvement, confidence, success, women, and being a man without making any apologies for it. What is up, gentlemen? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the UMP. Happy Monday, and this Friday is St. Patrick's Day, and I want you guys to kill it as much as possible. I want you to make out with at least 5 different girls. I want you getting tons of phone numbers and get into that utmost debauchery that is St. Patrick's Day. Some of you know that I was a bouncer in the past. I was a bouncer for 5 years, and oh my hell, St. Patrick's Day was nothing but a goddamn dumpster fire, bro. People getting drunk, fighting. I literally saw, and I'm not bullshitting you, 2 people having sex in a fucking pool of piss and beer right next to a dumpster out in the back behind the bar. I went out there to throw out the 10,000 pounds of trash that's generated on St. Patrick's Day. And literally, homeboy was sitting with his pants down, his butt in freaking a pool of beer. He thought it was just beer, but it's piss because all the people go back there to take a piss when they can't get into a bathroom. And she's on him, bouncing up and down. And I walk by and I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me right now? I saw a dude fall off a roof. I've seen tons of fights, people making out, chicks finger blasting themselves, fucking giving dudes hand jobs, like the craziest shit ever. Because, man, for some reason, St. Patrick's Day is a massive excuse to go get drunk and just be the most irresponsible jackass you could possibly be. But that's all right. We're going to go leverage that, and I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to leverage that by having an awesome opener that works gangbusters for me every time I go do it, how to get as many phone numbers as possible so you can leverage that, fill the top of your pipeline, because we do understand that from quantity comes quality. Before I jump into the content, gentlemen, have to read yet another review, and I really like this one because it comes from a dude who wrote me a year after he completed the program. So my program is a 3-month coaching program. I use NLP to reprogram the belief systems in your head and traumas. But oftentimes I tell my clients, look, it's not just a 3-month experience, okay? This is a life-changing experience that you're going to continue to grow from months and even years after you go through it. So the 3 months is for me to teach you literally everything I know about attracting women, maximizing yourself as a man, getting highly into your masculine energy. I'm going to make you a custom 3-month NLP protocol that you will use over the 3 months and continue to use after. And what's cool is I teach you how to do NLP on yourself using my methods and using my recordings so that moving forward, if and when you run into belief systems, traumas, metaprograms, archetypes, and schemas that you don't want, you can use the tools I've given you to continue working on that shit. You can apply it to money. You can apply it to your golf game, things at work. And that's what my boy Trey did. And this is what he writes. Hi, Mark. It's been something like just over a year since I started your program. What I can say is that it's been utterly life-changing. I see the world so differently. It's as if I've been awoken and now I'm inherently aware of all kinds of social situations that unfold before me. From the program, I have 2 lifelong friends, and I hung out with a 3rd recent grad just a couple nights ago, and we had so many stories to tell. I'm now dating a woman that never would I have thought that I would have had a chance with, but I applied and continue to apply your techniques. We're a few months in, and we're both completely smitten. Anyway, I just want to let you know that I haven't forgotten about you. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I do NLP regularly, listen to the UMP, and continue to go through the material. I have so much gratitude that I have been stifled for a long time by how many things I want to write. And the more time that goes by, the more I want to say. I recently moved and I'm still unpacking boxes. I hardly feel like it's enough for what you've given me, but I promise I'll write a review of your coaching program soon, and it will be epic. Literally, guys, this is the first time I read this all the way through, and I didn't realize this wasn't his review, but sounds like a pretty damn good review to me, Trey, and I really appreciate it. When you have another review, or you know what, you don't need to write me one. This is good enough. But if you want, slap me another one. I would appreciate it. Sincerely, thank you for trusting in me. Glad to hear you're kicking ass. So gentlemen, this Friday is St. Patrick's Day. And the reason I'm dropping this on Monday is because I want to give you enough time to prepare for what I'm about to share with you. So what we want to do is we want to make ourselves the most obvious guy at the party to which women can have an excuse to talk to us. Now, obviously, everybody wears green. Everybody wants to be the center of attention. And if you want, and this is up to you, I don't always do this, but if you want, this works really well. I want you to be the most ostentatiously dressed dude, which means I want you to stand out. So I'm looking at Amazon right now, and I'm looking at all those beads that people wear, those hats, those glasses. I want you to get all that swag, and I want you to get that 10X. Okay, so I want you to wear the hat. I want you to wear the necklaces, be wearing green. Do what the fuck you got to do, man. Just make yourself stand out as much as possible, because then women will want to come talk to you, not only because you stand out from everybody else, but they'll probably want to get some of your beads. So this is what I do. I always wear this gigantic necklace or many such necklaces that glow and flicker like a green color. Okay, so as I'm wearing these necklaces, girls will come up to me and be like, hey, can I have one of your necklaces? And then, of course, what do you do when a girl comes up to you and asks you for something? If you've been listening for my podcast for any amount of time, you should know that this is called a request in my coaching. What do you do when a girl requests something of you? Hey, grab me that napkin. Hey, can you pick me up from this bar? Hey, can you take me out to dinner? Hey, can you help me move? Right? Like, I'm moving houses. Can you help me move? How many of us schleps have been roped into helping girls move? Right? We have a truck or something like that, and then she wants to use us for our truck, and we help her, moving her all day, and then she's like, thanks, and then she calls another dude to come over and bang her. That's because when you do favors for chicks without getting something in return, they're not going to respect you. So if a girl comes up to you this Friday and says, hey, can I have one of your necklaces? You're going to be like, oh man, you're going to have to work for that one, and make her do something where she has to work for it. Okay, if it's a small necklace that didn't cost a lot, you can have her ask you in an Australian accent, an English accent. You can have her do her best St. Patrick's Day Irish accent, and she has to ask you while acting like a leprechaun. Be like, yo, I want you to ask me like a leprechaun, jump in the air, click your heels, then run to the end of the bar with your fists together, going back and forth in front of your body, clicking your heels as you run. And she's gonna be like, are you serious? And be like, damn right, dude. This thing costed me 36 cents. You think I'm just gonna give you something that cost, actually was, I think it was like 15 cents? 15 cents? No, man, I need your best leprechaun. Let's hear it. Okay, so when you have women jump through a hoop before you give them something, this generates a lot of attraction. Why? Because it shows that your favor must be earned. So anytime, boys, women ask you for anything under the sun, they have to do a favor for you first. When it comes to the old, hey, can you get me a napkin, a lemon, a straw? I always have them ask me in an Australian accent, because Australian accents are fucking awesome. English accents are also awesome, but I can't do one for some reason. Every time I try to do an English accent, it goes into an Australian accent. So I just stick to the Aussie accent, because right, I got me Australian accent completely dialed in, mate. You Aussies, you know, I just fucking killed it. You know it. All you guys are laughing, shaking your head, and being like, this douche canoe. Hey, let's hear your best American accent. I challenge my Aussies on our coaching calls to do an American accent. They can't fucking do it. So stop talking shit unless you too can deliver one. So when she asks you for something, anything, make her do a favor for you first. Now I want to ask you this. What if a girl asks you to buy her a drink this Friday? Do you think you should do it? Fuck no, you shouldn't, man. If since listening to any of my podcast episodes, you have bought even one girl a drink, here's what we're going to do. Go ahead and fly into Denver Airport. It's called DIA, Denver International Airport. Text me at 970-376-5555, and I will personally drive down to Denver Airport. I'll meet you. We'll hug it out. I'll say, what's up, bro? Hey, look over there, and I'll have you turn around, and I'll get behind you, and I'm going to fucking choke you out. Because you should never buy women drinks. And boys, that isn't my real phone number. You think I'm crazy? I ain't sharing that thing on here. The prefix was the same, but that was the only similarity. So never buy a girl a drink. Instead, you say, yeah, sure, but how about this? Let's play a game. If I win, you buy me a drink. If you win, I'll buy you a drink. Deal? And she says, deal. So then you get like $1, or you can even get one of those necklaces that you're wearing and have her hold out her hand like she's going to try to catch it with 2 fingers. Hold it just above her hand, drop it, and if she catches it, you buy her a drink. If she misses it, she buys you a drink. So always, boys, your respect must be earned. Your favor must be earned. We don't just buy drinks for women, because what does that communicate? That communicates that you don't feel like you're enough with your own conversation. So you have to buy her time by buying her a drink. Fuck that. Okay. You're valuable. Your conversation is good, and you can stand on your own 2 feet without having to buy women's time. This too is why I'll take women on dates that are super boring on the surface. We'll go take a walk in a park. We'll go to the top of a parking garage and talk in my car. I could be put into a padded room with a girl in straitjackets, and I will still entertain her. And she'll be so attracted, she'll break both her arms to get out of the straitjacket just so we could have sex. Because you want to be able to attract girls with just your conversation alone. And this too is why I suggest you don't spend a lot of money on girls. Why try to buy an experience where your conversation can create that experience on your own? Plus, when you don't spend a lot of money on a girl, it shows that you have options. I don't know you. I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on you. Who the fuck are you? So let's go to Tapas, spend $10, and let's see what kind of conversation we can bring. So again, when girls are asking you, like, can I have your beads? Can I wear your hat? Make them do a favor for you first. All right, now here comes my all-time favorite opener when it comes to St. Patrick's Day. I've run this thing probably for 7 years in a row. And now that I'm sharing it with you guys, there's going to be a bunch of jackasses completely stealing this from me, but that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you to steal my shit and for you to go fucking crush it with women. That is the public service that I am providing to you. Now, obviously, only my paying clients get my creme de la creme premier content, but this is something I do that works pretty well. So I'll have those necklaces, and I'll have one piece that's like the grand masterpiece, the piece that really stands out. And what I like to do is, as I said, buy a necklace that has shamrocks on it, big green shamrocks that are flickering green, that are very obvious. So I'll have this one piece that stands out above all others, okay? I'll approach girls and I'll say, hey, ladies, guess where I got this necklace? Now, it's very obvious which necklace I'm talking about because it's the really good one. And they'll be like, where? I'll be like, I actually told a joke to a girl, and I told her if I can make her laugh, then she has to give me her necklace. And she said, deal. So I told her the joke, I made her laugh, and I got this awesome necklace. Check this thing out. And they're like, what's the joke? Okay, they ask all the time, what's the joke? Now, if you haven't heard the pirate joke, get ready, prepare yourself, gather your women and horses, because you're about to hear the most epic joke ever that seriously works every single time. Okay, so here's the joke, the pirate joke. You guys love this. I know you've heard it. All right, you say, so what's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet? She's going to say R. And then you say, you'd think so, but it's the C. Okay, it makes them laugh every single time. So again, the joke goes like this. What's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet? She says R. And then you say, you'd think so, but it's the C. So this is going to make them laugh. And then you're in a conversation with them. Then it's your job to stack where your lady's coming from. How's it going tonight? You should have seen what I saw out back. I literally saw 2 people having sex in freaking beer and piss water on the ground next to the dumpster. It was absolutely insane. So you're just sharing stories about what's going on in the nightclub and the bars, the kind of shit that you've seen, because I guarantee you are going to see some crazy stuff this St. Patrick's Day. And I want to ask you, if you don't have a friend who's willing to come out with you, would you be willing to go out alone? Gentlemen, you have to be willing to go out alone because nobody cares. People are going to be so unbelievably inebriated. They're not going to ask you, like, where are your friends? They don't care. Your friends are already out at the bars. They're all the strangers you haven't met yet. And that's the philosophy I want you to have, that strangers are friends I haven't met yet. I'm going to go meet all my friends who are already at the bars and the nightclubs. I'm going to yank tons of phone numbers because I'm a goddamn champion. And I'm going to dress like a goddamn leprechaun with all this St. Patrick's Day swag because I want to stand out. And be congruent with it. Be unapologetic about it. And let me ask you this. What if a guy starts ripping on you like, hey man, what's up with all your leprechaun stuff? What would you say to that? I would say the real question is, why aren't you wearing all this stuff? It's St. Patrick's Day, bro. You're not getting into it. What's up with you? So you always want to turn it around on the other person. And if a girl questions you in that way too, be like, the reason you're questioning me is because you're peanut butter and jealous, or you're KY jealous of my epic St. Patrick's Day outfit. Don't worry. I think next year you could probably get close to me. I don't know if you can get to this level, but maybe you'll get close next year. Good luck. You know what? Here you go. Here's a necklace because I could tell you're a little insecure. Here's a necklace to make yourself feel better. Now you just leveled up a little bit. You were like at -60. Now you're at -40. You came up a couple steps. Good job, Jessica. And you do it with a smile. You're teasing her. You are the life of the party. Anytime you go out, I want you guys to feel like you are the MC. You're the master of ceremonies. You're responsible for everybody's good time. And if anybody questions you, you literally look at them like they just sprayed your face with fart mist. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you questioning me? You are not cool unless you do X, Y, Z. That's the philosophy I want you guys to have. I want you to introduce groups to one another. Ask two girls who are together how long they've been friends. Tell them their mannerisms are similar and have them take the best friends test. And the best friends test is, what kind of shampoo does she use? Or what's her favorite movie? What's her favorite book? What would she do if she had no chance of failure? So you're opening up tons of girls. You're making it about them. And when you get a girl attracted to you, you want to look for 3 signs of attraction. Signs of attraction are playing with her hair, licking her lips, touching you, asking you questions, laughing at jokes that aren't funny, having very open body language, entering into your personal space. And another one that I haven't mentioned is putting one foot in front of the other, like she's crossing her legs with one foot in front of the other foot, is a sign of attraction. You get 3 of those, and then you do a qualifying question. And a qualifying question is, what would your best friend say is the coolest thing about you? If you get 3 signs of attraction and she answers a qualifying question, thus selling herself to you and thus convincing herself that you like her for her, not just her looks and her freaking St. Patrick's Day bikini thong, then she's going to get more attracted to you and you can get a phone number. The way you get a phone number is basically like, hey, you seem pretty cool. Why don't you toss me your number and maybe we'll catch up some other time? Boys, there's no reason you can't go out on St. Patrick's Day and get at least 5 phone numbers, probably 10. Honestly, you can get 20 or even 30. I challenge you to set a goal for yourself to get 30 goddamn phone numbers on St. Patrick's Day. Just be going from the next set to the next set to the next set, just closing. Now, obviously, if you're quick and or if other women see you getting tons of phone numbers, the chances of you getting replies back go down significantly. Also because chicks are probably inebriated, they won't even remember who you are. But if you just want to make a challenge to go get phone numbers, dress in the swag, go up with my pirate joke opener. When girls come up to you and ask you for beads, make them jump through a hoop first, control the frame. Get 3 signs of attraction, make them qualify themselves to you first before asking for a phone number. It's just rinse and fucking repeat. Lastly, gentlemen, I want to mention that I've been posting again on my Instagram feed. So if you want to check that out, I'd very much appreciate it. Obviously, the more interaction I get with the videos that I'm posting on there, the more I'm going to get bumped up in the search results. So if you guys could like those videos, comment on those videos, follow me on Instagram, and you can find the link to my Instagram in the description below. I am going to be posting 2 videos a week, 2 quick short form videos per week. I'm also going to be posting some written content on Instagram, probably about 4 posts per week for the time being. I'm going to post those also to YouTube Shorts. I'm going to post it to TikTok. I'm going to really start getting out there as far as social media is concerned. So check that out. Follow me on IG. I hope to make the videos really concise the way I do this podcast, give you guys some awesome advice. And actually, there are 2 videos on there right now, one of which is 3 ways to get a girl's phone number. So if you're really intending to get out there on St. Patrick's Day, if you want to have a great night and get tons of phone numbers, check out that reel. Gives really good advice. It's like 25 seconds and I give you 3 awesome ways to get a phone number. Please like the content. Please comment, share, help me out. A lot of people write me and they're like, dude, how can I help you out? You've given me literally thousands of hours worth of coaching on this podcast. What can I do to help you? You can engage with my content. Go to YouTube, the Unapologetic Man podcast. Listen to that shit. Like it. I have another YouTube channel called The Unapologetic Man. I have CoachMarkSing, which is my Instagram. Please click into that and check that out. That helps me the most when you engage with my material. I do appreciate you guys listening to this episode. I drop them on Mondays and Thursdays, and stay tuned for Thursday's podcast because it too is going to deliver tons of good information and will relate to some of the things you're going to deal with on St. Patrick's Day. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next episode.